Hi, I'm Sam, along with my partner, Coach Hunter, and we are at the Omaha Central Omaha Burke game. Coach Hunter, what are the keys of the game?
I think this is a great matchup between Burke and Central. It's definitely, both teams are wanting to rebound their most recent losses. Second key is that it's a transition year for both programs with the changeover in coaches. Both coaches, Coach Holly and Coach Cobbs, have been at their schools respectively, and now they're just instilling their program, philosophies and the difference in coaching styles, and it just takes time for both teams to adjust to that, the players understanding different systems and all that. So definitely a transition year for both teams, and I would say the third key is just really preparation for the postseason. It's really about getting your team best prepared. We've got those top 10 records, but it doesn't really matter when it all comes down to it. It's about how you do in the postseason. That was one thing Coach Behrens always talked about all year, when he was coaching Central. It's not about the regular season. It's about the postseason. So I see that, we're now into 2015. It is, second half of the season. Get ready, get excited, get best prepared for the postseason. It's great to do the game tonight. Should be exciting.
Oh yeah. It's also an interesting fact is that Coach Holland, former coach of Burke, coached last year for Burke. It should be interesting to see how the fans react to the homecoming of Coach Holland.
I agree. Great point, Sam. All right, let's get down to the game. All right, everybody. Welcome to tonight's exciting matchup between Omaha Burke and Omaha Central. I'm Coach Hunter along with my partner, Sam. Excited to work with you tonight, Sam.
As well as you, Mr. Hunter. You, Coach Hunter.
All right.
Goes Central.
We've got an opening tip to Central with Behrens.
Behrens, of course, former coach,
Eric Behrens' son. Yeah, we were impressed by him in the Omaha South game earlier in the season, and it's obvious he's continued to impress Coach to be in the starting lineup now.
It's amazing because Central has a kind of a tradition of starting freshmen, Christian Harmon a couple of years ago, and now Roman Behrens. So it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, we've got two Central students working our staff tonight. Sam is currently a junior over at Central, and we've got one of my main guys in all the games, TK, junior over at Central as well. Running main camera tonight. We gave Eves the night off. All right, so it's
Central ball.
Central ball. Got a 1-point lead.
Good pass inside.
Yeah, Chandler had nice position on Tut. David Sanders brings the ball up over to Tut.
Tut needs to bring the ball inside.
So we've got man-to-man, but they're just passing around the perimeter right now. Potential dribble drive. We got attempted shot by Abramo.
Miss, rebound. Coach Hollins does not like that call.
I like the energy in this gymnasium tonight. It's nice.
It's a surprise to see this many people come out, but Central and Burke have a historic rivalry just going back to any sport. Fans show up to any sport they have.
All right, Tuck with the attempted shot. Foul on Chandler. He's going to go to the line shooting 2. It's been interesting. I also work part-time now over at Ralston Arena. And, obviously, UNO hosts their basketball games over there. I can tell you this. UNO, good quality team, but for whatever reason, they don't have the following high school basketball does around these parts. And I think people go to the Creighton games. UNO, and I think that's one of the reasons and motivation why they decided to build the new stadium.
Agreed. An interesting thing, Trayshawn Thurman at Central, he was from Central. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. That's one of the nice highlights for me is getting a chance to watch him play still. He's doing a great job starting as a freshman.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the most skilled players they have.
Yes, and I think he has a good career in basketball, I think. I think he keeps playing like he is playing. Good steal by Christian Harmon. Ball misses.
Yeah, Bramo with the possession.
Out of bounds, goes.
Say he stepped out of bounds. Darnell Mitchell. You have classes with any of these guys, Sam?
I do. I had a class with a guy. The guy, I used to talk to him about his brother, of course, the Koya gal. And I'd always try to find information on how he's doing and how his legs been. But it's for, three-point shot by Barons, misses, in and out. Rebounded, missed shot.
All right.
Missed shot.
Mitchell's going to go to the line shooting 2.
But my guy he good kid in class is me and him talk about basketball and his philosophies and everything that he does and what he can do to make himself better.
Yeah, I noticed based on the box scores lately, he's been doing pretty well as far as putting points up. He's been leading the team the last couple games in scoring. I think right around 15 points a game.
Yeah, he is a good guy, and I mean, I wish I had him in class this semester because if I would have been able to ask his brother where Coy and see where he's going, and that's going to be a foul on the gal.
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about in the first game that we covered with Central is just the smart IQ that Roman Barons plays basketball with.
Yeah, it is amazing. Being a coach's son, and especially with his dad's philosophies and everything that he can do. I mean, the kid's been playing basketball since birth.
You know, one of the things that I notice about him is that he tends to not get rattled when he has the ball. You know, a lot of times if you're a freshman,
yeah, especially,
you know, you get the yips in you, you know, because you're like, oh, I got the ball, what am I going to do? But he just, I think you're right. He's been around his dad long enough. He's been on tournament teams long enough. He just has a way to stay calm and be able to use his head, make the right decision.
I think I remember he was also a water boy, and he's also stayed true with these coaches. He might not know Coach Hollins. He might know Coach Hollins a little bit from that. He does know, certainly know Coach Jay Landstrom. The guy for 3, and it's good.
It's a good shot from a guy who's in rhythm. Whenever he can get that hop shot up, he's usually pretty accurate.
Here comes Ramsey, number 34. He's a transfer from Prep. There's the ball. Block shot.
That's a nice hustle. They're going to say Central had it, so they're going to go timeout. 30-second timeout. So with the break in the action, we're going to pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. 4-point lead for the Eagles.
With 4:38 remaining in the quarter. Ramsey has the ball. Pass to McGuy. Armin's a very skilled athlete all around. That's another 3 from McGuy. He's on fire tonight. He's working it.
Yeah, he's a streaky shooter.
He is. He
makes one. He usually makes a couple.
Yeah, but Christian Harmon, the kid's just a God-given gift athlete.
All right, down to Tut.
What's the call? I think they're going to call it a foul on
Okay, the only reason they're calling that, they want to get rid of hand checks. That's all that was. He wasn't really putting any pressure on him, but they want to get that hand off of there when they're in the low post. They want to really make it true to the game, allow the skill to naturally just develop in a play.
Central ball. What's also going to be interesting about Roman Barons is how he develops over the years. I mean, the kid's just a freshman and he's already starting. How he will develop.
Well, and he might grow some more too, because his mom is fairly tall.
Oh yeah.
Attempted shot by Barons, rebound by Adams. Bradley with the ball.
And very up-tempo game today. Very up-tempo.
So Burke's choosing to go man-to-man first quarter.
Hollins is used to knowing for his defensive ball is stolen.
Stolen by Mitchell.
Ball's up, and their lead is cut down to 5 of Omaha Central. Ball passed out to Harmon. Shoots it up. It's good.
That jump shot looked pretty good for Harmon. Obviously been working on that.
Yeah.
All right, down to Tut.
Tut's gonna work on Adams. Good screen set. But off. The gal has the ball. Back to Harmon.
All right, so they basically go a 4 out, 1 in look, trying to get it down to Adams or do a dribble drive.
Move, and it will be a foul, but good move by, just a good move.
One of the things they definitely have is ball handling. You know,
yeah.
Almost at excess on the team. You know, it's not just Z and Harmon, but they've also got you've got Marcus, who's around a similar type of ability. You've got Chance Hall. So that's one of the things is that they're with Deshaun Neal out, they're lacking in height. They've got Chandler, who's coming in at 6'8" as a sophomore, does a real good job, but you know, and then we've got Adams, and if Adams can step up, continue to get tougher down low, I think he'll be a nice, you know, post addition to this team. Oh, Jordan Flowers was the other one. So, I mean, they've got a multitude of ball handlers on the team.
I mean, most of these guys on this team are double athlete. I mean, I know Demetrius Marbell, he's a shot by Carmen off the mark. He's a baseball, basketball, and football player. Jordan Flowers.
Okay, over to Tut, to David Saunders. 2-man game. We're going to say travel.
Harmon splits him. Pass to Adams. Blocked.
Right. All right, that's a nice 3 by David Saunders. Excuse me.
Good passes in this
Jackson Abramo.
Good passes in this basketball game. Great passing.
All right, so they might hold for the last shot. It's 15-13. Could stay aggressive. Barons with the attempted 3.
Off the mark just by a bit. For 3, no good. Grabs his own rebound. Poor defense.
All right, so Darnell Mitchell will go to the line for 2. Nice aggressive move.
The guy and poor Bear Chandler are coming back in.
Attempted shots up and good. So this is a good response on Burke's part. It was 12-7 there for a while, and now we're gonna be 1 point up for Central. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Flowers with the ball.
Yeah, this time they're going to pull it out for the last shot.
In high school basketball, there is no shot clock, so they can just hold it.
And at, you know, 1 point difference, Burke's going to be content. He played tough D. Force them to come at him. They've got 2 high posts. Attempted shot by Flowers.
1.5 seconds left on the clock. The ball will go to Central.
See, they're going to see a lob, or you can still get a shot up on the perimeter.
Good. Oh.
Got to put it up, though. Got to know.
Gotta do it.
Got to understand the situation in that, you know, for Chandler there. 1.5, he had a chance to catch, put up a hook shot, turn around, jump shot. Right. All right, with the break in the action, we will pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter, 15-14. Anybody's ball game right now. Central's coming out in a 1-2-2 press, 3/4 court press.
Barron's playing tough D.
Right, just trying to rush him a little bit. And I think we already got a timeout. So Kevin Cobbs recognizes his team got a little frazzled there. You know, there's quite a few timeouts each coach have. So he's going to use one right here to settle his team. We're going to take a little break, pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. So you should see some adjustments on Burke's part to the 1-2-2 3/4 press. They're going across to Abramo. Attempted shot.
Off the mark. Off.
And we've got a new face for Burke that checked in the game. Number 40, Josh Faya. So Burke's just laying back in a man-to-man. What do you feel about that defense, Sam? We've got a nice pick there by Bradley.
Their defense is working. I mean,
or Mitchell, excuse me.
Their defense has just been beating Central's out.
That's good aggressive play here. That's going to finish it off for Burke.
One of the keys to the games that you have mentioned, Central rebounding. They are not boxing out on defense. If they expect to win this game, they got to rebound.
Well, and Magai, to me, has to go start crashing the boards more at 6'7". He's got a good frame to be able to get some rebounds.
Yeah, and especially poor better Chandler.
Yep. And that might be the second on Chandler.
Yeah. I think Central needs a timeout here.
Yeah, that's going to be his second. So this is where, you know, not having Deshaun Neal as extra depth down low, we've got basically 2 guys. If one of them gets in foul trouble like Chandler just is, I mean, you got to really watch it. You've got 2 fouls. You know, you got to really play it smart. You get 3 fouls in the first half, you're really, you know, behind the 8 ball in the second half. Yeah. So the Bulldogs got a nice little run here, Sam.
They do.
They're going to stay in this tight man-to-man.
Yeah, they've been picking the ball off, so I'm not surprised. Foul,
and that's one where I think Ramsey Adams, after taking the pick, needs to crash the boards hard, not come in, you know, because he is basically the only rebounder right now. If the guy's going to stay out on the perimeter.
The big guys for Central need to step up.
Because I would say wingspan, Tut's got the advantage.
Yeah, he had the advantage on Barron's.
And you got this Josh Faya that's come in. He's 6'6", got a good wingspan as well, number 40 for Burke. Mitchell with the attempted shot. Comes up short. Harmon pushing the ball.
Here comes the shot. Central's just not looking for an open shot right now.
Pass over to Abramo.
Off the mark.
Would you look to push or just kind of set your offense?
I think you need to set. Central hasn't gotten a basket. They need to slow things down. The momentum as they're pushing hard, and when they're pushing too hard, Burke's been able to make these turnovers.
So like I said, there's a lot of players, you know, similar abilities for Central. We've got Marcus Polk, Chance Hall, both guards that can dribble. I know Marcus he's got a pretty decent outside shot.
4-3.
Right on the mark.
Right on the money right there. Couldn't call it any better. Cut with the ball.
And we've got,
now, yeah, they're gonna call it on. See, Cut and a gal will be a good matchup for tonight. How those two go at it.
I agree.
They're two similar players. Should be interesting.
Checking in the game recently for Burke is Sharif Mitchell, number 11. Attempted shot by Magai, comes up short. Rebound by Sanders.
Burke's doing a good job with rebounds. I mean, rebound has been their specialty. I think that's why they're in the lead.
Attempted shot by Sanders, out to Abramo. Over to Mitchell. That was the two-man action between Faya and Tut. I like that. Get the two post players on the side, play pick and roll basketball.
Pick and roll is one of my favorite plays to watch in basketball. It's a thing where you and your teammate have to be in sync and are open for the pass.
You know, especially if the weak side defense, if they're not playing on the help line, it really is effective playing that two-man game, because if you can get it in the hands of your two best players and the weak side defense is suspect, that is really effective on the high school level. So we've got a 1-and-1 here.
Central's in the bonus.
Tut with the rebound.
Yeah, Gal has had some problems with his three-throw shooting.
Which is surprising because his touch is pretty incredible in practice. Attempted shot by Mitchell.
Good rebound by Marcus Polk. Oh, good move. Oh, that's a bad pass. Yeah.
All right, so they're going to get Sanders aggressively pushing the...
Nope, it's going to be on Central.
And that's going to be Chance Hall's first foul. I think at this juncture in the game, Sam, when you got Burke coming in at 4-6, Central 7-4, I think this really favors Burke right now. They have that confidence to know that they can play against Central.
Especially with the home court advantage.
Yeah.
Burke is a good, solid team. Don't count them out in the postseason. I mean, their closest loss has been against a 1-9 Benson, where they just won by 2, but they are still a good team.
Tut attempted shot, comes up short. He gets his own rebound. They're going to call jump ball. Possession arrow is with Central.
It's not like Burke has lost to bad teams. They've battled through a tough Omaha North, a tough Creighton Prep, Omaha South.
I got a chance to watch Creighton Prep a lot at Ralston Arena when they had the holiday tournament. They're pretty impressive. They've got a good combination of just your traditional players that you've always grown accustomed to at Prep. Those smart guys that are able to run the offense effectively, but they've got some athletic guys that kind of intertwine with them that really creates a good balance for them.
Shooting 2. That ties up the ball game with 3:02 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, one of the things that needed to be improved from the South game was free throws.
Oh yeah,
that was a struggle.
I watched that game. They needed 3 throws. I even talked to a 3-point attempt missed. Ball rattles, goes to.
That's a nice putback by Tut.
Here comes Adams. Well, ooh, that's. They're going to call a foul.
And that's the right call. I was going to say there was definitely contact there.
Yeah, I agree.
I know the Burke home crowd doesn't like that, but that was the right call.
It was.
It did affect him a bit, his ability to catch that.
Yeah. Adams, I don't think if he played a really good play, I think he would have been able, but anything other, yeah. Central's long passes have just been off the mark a bit.
All right, Tut with the rebound. One of the things I want to highlight about number 11, Sharif Mitchell, for Burke, is he's coming in as a 9th grader. So we've got a couple 9th graders being featured in this game tonight.
Traveling violation.
Good competitive ball game right now, 21-19.
A lot of people had Omaha Central winning this game by a margin. I disagreed with that completely. Omaha Central and Omaha Burke are 2 good teams, and whenever they go at it, they go at it. No matter how good they are or how bad they are.
I think they're both well coached. You know, they're playing a couple different strategies. Yep. You've got Burke really sitting back in this man-to-man. They're really telling Central, you need to come at us. You need to attack us. We're going to sit back in this.
I think that will be one of the key things that Omaha Central will be looking at in the half.
Ball inbound to Marcus Polk.
And they're going to call out of bounds.
Jimerson stepped on the line. So it's Burke ball. So still got this 1-2-2 3-quarter press. Famously made known around these parts by Dana Altman with Creighton.
Oh, yeah.
Used to run that all the time. Because part of it's just to delay the offense, slow them down, force them to throw passes over the top.
Dana Altman, of course, at Oregon.
Good perimeter passing on Burke's part, just staying patient, trying to find an opening to Tut down low.
Good
that's
move.
A nice dribble drive. And actually that's Josh Faya down low. He created a great seal to allow Bradley to have a dribble drive lane.
Just a great move all around.
Bradley shooting 2.
Gal will be coming back in. He will be coming in for Marcus.
All right, second attempt.
Marvel.
Looking good, so we've got a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. 1:31 to go in the first half.
The interesting thing is, let's see if they're going to get the ball to a guy here. He's been making threes. Ooh, good move.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a nice head fake by Jimerson. Out to Behrens. Dribble drive. Teardrop shot.
Central needs to look for an open shot here. Burke is going to push it right now.
Good solid rebound by Bradley.
The score is 22-19, Burke. Good move by Jameson. Jameson's gotten fouled.
And that's where, you know, I look at it, I think that was the right move. He was aggressive, solid to the basket, but the other Eagles have to kind of respond to that, crash that board, because you know, if he's committed at that pace, he's likely going to, you know, put up the shot. It's not every time you're going to get fouled, so you got to be in position to get that rebound just in case.
Central needs to make good on their 3 throws. They have,
all right, Kyrie Thurman checking in the game for the first time.
And also Hap.
Sean Haight.
Yeah, John Haight. Apologies.
For Burke, number 33. Faya with the rebound.
And Burke will dribble up.
We got Mitchell over to Sanders.
Ooh, good move.
Oh, we got a nice pick.
Good move.
Oh, comes up short. It's a good, strong move.
You got to make that, though. You got to make that.
It's on strong side, right-handed dribbler. That's one of those classic things as a coach. You tell the athlete next play. You know, tell the young man it's all right. It's not like you didn't make a strong move. You committed to the move. It just came up short.
Yeah, agreed.
We got 34 seconds to go. They might pull it out for the last shot here.
I think they're going to set up. But
20 seconds.
Burke will hold for the last shot.
A lot of times you start this play around 11 seconds to give your chance to run the play and then potentially put up a shot and get a follow-up rebound just in case.
Ooh.
So Sanders is going to go to the line. That's going to be the second foul on Chance Hall.
Cobbs needs to watch out here a bit.
Sanders to the line, shooting 2.
And another thing, both these coaches are very passionate about what they do. I mean, both of them, when it comes to basketball, they're passionate.
Yeah, and one has a feeling they're going to be around for a long time. They're just, you know, both young guys. They're both at the schools of their preference, you know. Cobbs, I know that he's an alma mater at Burke. Okay, so we've got 4 seconds to go. Pushing up the court.
What are they going to call?
We've got 0.8 seconds to go.
Bulldog basketball.
So the ball went out of bounds. 0.8 to go. All you can do is throw it length of the court and tip it. So,
or throw a Hail Mary and hopefully
yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with that outside of giving it a whirl as far as throwing it down the court. They just, you know, we're at peace, giving it a heave, going in with a 2-point lead. So it's an exciting ball game so far, Sam. The Bulldogs with the 2-point lead. We're going to take a little break and pick it up at the start of the third quarter.
Okay.
welcome back. Start of the third quarter, exciting game. 22-20. What'd you think of the first half, Sam?
Well, some keys that for Central is they need to get their defense going. Their defensive and rebounds are just, they need to tighten up on their rebounds and make good on their free throws. For Burke, they need to play some good D, stop the fast breaks like this one coming up. Good play.
That was a good play by Jimerson. I agree with that first comment. You know, one of the things historically about previous Central teams is their ability to create offense through their defense. Just get in the passing lanes, you know, be aggressive. Abramo with the attempted three, up and good. Burke is content sitting back in this tight man-to-man defense, the sagging man-to-man defense. It's a nice post-entry pass there by McGuy down to Chandler.
That was a good play.
One of the things people wondered is, that was a nice putback by Bradley, was whether Tutt would transfer to Central. I don't know the the legalities if he would have had to sit out the first half of the season, what have you, following Coach Holling over here, but he chose to stay at Burke. He's got solid skill sets for a big man.
I think not to diss on anything that Tutt does, I think that would have been the Okoye show. I think not Okoye, a Gal show. Gal's a good player, and I think Collins likes him, and so does the team.
All right, Bradley with the ball, looking to dribble drive. Over to Sanders, attempted three.
Off the mark.
Rebound by Chandler.
4-3, off the mark.
Attempted three by Behrens. Sanders pushing the ball.
That was a good play.
There's a nice split of the defense by Sanders.
Collins is going to call a timeout, see what's going on with his D.
Yeah, a lot of times coming out of second half, that first 3 minutes is so critical that, coaches always talk about, we've got to take the next 3 minutes. That really reflects, a lot of times grabbing that momentum in the second half. Right now, Burke definitely has that. I think they've come out and played well. 29-22. We're going to take a little break in the action and pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back.
Burke looking to play a press.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit more aggressive on the inbounds. They're going to fall back into that sagging man-to-man. Jimerson with the attempted shot. Tried to draw contact. Sanders with the push. To Mitchell, to Tutt. Bobbled ball, tipped out to Abramo.
See, this is what Central, just get the rebound. You have aggressive guys. I mean, you have big men. That was 2 offensive rebounds. The offensive rebounding for Burke is just tremendous.
All right, so Behrens pushing the ball, draws contact. Coach Cobb's not happy with that.
Both of these coaches.
That's a nice inbounds play right there.
Good block.
That's one rare time. That's too much passing. Just take it strong into the basket with that first pass up front. Bradley with the three.
Both of these coaches are very animated when it comes to basketball. As I said in the first half, both of these coaches will go at it, no matter what the circumstances.
Right. We've got a 10-point lead now for the Bulldogs. I think this is a critical juncture for Central. They've got a jump ball. Going to stay with Central. One of the things we talked about in the first game, the South Central game, is, who is going to step up in the leadership category for Central. As far as their team, it doesn't always have to be the one getting the most points or even the point guard, but who is that person that they're going to look to, to kind of give them that court leadership?
I think Central's just taking too many uncontested shots. they're taking shots that are not there. Take your time, set up on defense. They're playing against a good man defense that has been beating you all game.
Marable with attempted free throw. Now, one of the interesting stories in this game now is that, excuse me as I pronounce his first name wrong, Wan Wang Tut has 3 fouls now.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if Central's going to push up to the paint, see if they can get him in for more fouls, or they just going to stick with their plan.
They might have. No, I think they might have corrected it. No, there's not a 22. They went, you know, normally the last one shows what it is, and they corrected it to 2 fouls. So we might be off on that. Down to Abramo with the attempted shot, up and good. Nice pass from Sanders. It's a nice play where he runs the baseline off a couple screens. Chance Hall with the dribble drive. Pass out to Jimerson. Chandler's doing a good job trying to get a seal down there.
Here's the shot.
Mid-range shot by Harmon comes up short. Out to Mitchell.
Central just needs to get a basket, and Burke just needs to play their defense to where they're doing it, because Central doesn't have the answer.
Well, right now, Burke definitely has the momentum.
Oh, yes.
And Burke would rather, I would think, they'd want to shorten this game. You know, work it around the perimeter, find the best shot you can, because you now have an 11-point lead and can afford to be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, especially Central. Don't count Central out just yet. They are a comeback fighting team.
Like, I don't like that shot there by Abramo. It wasn't necessary. Just keep working it down. That's a nice put up by Jimerson.
A bad shot leads to a good shot.
Right, you know, because they're able to, you know, get out in the open court with the long rebound off the 3. That's a good point, they're saying.
Steal. Okay, here's ball. The jump ball goes to...
And that's when you've got to convert something, whether get a foul, get to the foul line, or convert the shot, at least get an attempted shot up there.
I think if Central would have gotten that basket, I think this game's momentum changed. Because I've always said in basketball games, fans do determine a game.
I agree, Sam. One of the things that I've learned this year at those UNO games is it's hard for UNO to get momentum because there's not a lot of fans. There is something about, it's the strangest thing, there is something about what the crowd does bring, because when it's not there, you can tell there's a huge difference.
I agree. I go to Creighton games, and Creighton was playing St. Margaret, and half of the team was, here's the shot.
The nice post play by Tut.
Here, good play. Creighton, like, no one was there at the game for the St. Margaret Mary's game. Shot put up.
That's a shot by Marable, comes up short. That's a good hustle there.
Yeah, that was.
Mitchell pushing the ball.
Good play.
Splits the defense.
Foul.
We're going to have a foul on Marcus Polk.
So when at the St. Margaret Mary's game, the tempo was different without like most of the students there, and the students do control the game. If you go to when Creighton played Oklahoma, students were all there. Everyone got in the game, and Creighton was able to win that game. So fans do determine a lot.
I definitely agree with that. They do make a difference. They do provide input to how the team is responding in a game. All right, 34-25. 1:54 to go in the third quarter. Scoring's pretty balanced right now.
Yes.
You know, I really like this Burke scoreboard. You can tell, you know, who's done what. We've got Abramo with 8 points. We've got Mitchell with 8. We've got Bradley with 7. And we've got Tut with 9.
Central needs a play to get them back, to get the crowd back in this game for them right now. Whether that just be a fast break or a block or a 3-point shot.
The guys leading Central with 8 points. We got a foul by a gal.
No, it's on.
Oh, my fault. Number 1 for Burke. Excuse me, David Sanders.
Oh, that was just a bad pass by the fresh Barons.
Nice play there by Mitchell to close on the layup.
Yeah. Central's getting frustrated right now. That you can see them getting frustrated right now.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised pass there by the freshman because it does leave them vulnerable for an open transition. Mitchell's been aggressive on trying to push the Burke defense. It's another nice seal attempt by Faya. Brahma with the mid-range miss, pushing it out to Chance Hall. And that's a nice play right there.
Brahma has been faking out Central with that put-up shot fake ever since that first half. Central having a little defensive miscommunication.
So they're just going to bring it out.
Here comes
a
Kraft.
little bit more aggressive defense in the man-to-man for Central.
Give Burke a little taste of their own medicine.
30 seconds to go. Will Burke wait for the last shot. That's a nice attempted pick there by Adams. Good aggressive play. I'll throw a shout out to Ramsey Adams. He's one of our TV broadcasting students. The One-Yang Tuts check back in the game.
They're going to call a foul.
And I think that's going to be the third foul on Chance Hall. Ball inbounded to Mitchell. Central's going to stay in the man-to-man half court.
Ball loose.
A little bit too casual on that pass. Over to Sanders.
The tip ball possessions where you just see the ball get up, missed pass.
All right, so going into the fourth quarter, we've got a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs. Sam, what do you see going into this fourth quarter that could be some adjustments made by both teams?
For first thing, Central, they need to push up the ball more. They need to get the momentum back on their side if they want to win this game. For Burke, their man defense has just been amazing. Make Central make shots that are contested. That just keep what they're doing.
Right. You know, they've chosen predominantly in this game to sit back in this man-to-man, let them shoot the outside shot. They've had a couple threes. I think Agaus had 2. I think Polk's had 1. But outside of that, that's about the extent of the outside shot for Central. So it makes sense to run that kind of defensive scheme. The thing that I see is, with Burke coming in at 4 and 6, will they have the composure in this fourth quarter to be able to take a 9-point lead and be able to, like I said, I think they want to make this game as short as possible. Don't extend this game, but really kind of work it around the perimeter. Be patient. You don't need some of those ill-advised shots that we've seen. I know the one that Brahma put up, led to that open, look for Central. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this fourth quarter goes.
Omaha Central, of course, ranked 6th, and Burke has started at the top, but has not.
That's a nice dribble drive by Jimerson.
Good play. They're going to be playing full court press here.
So we've got both bigs in for Burke with Tut and Faya in. That was a risky cross-court pass there. I know he was trying to do with Mitchell cut to the basket.
Ball out of bounds in the crowd.
But there's always that issue is that if you try to shorten the game by doing perimeter passing, working around for a higher quality look, with a 7-point lead, is you get complacent and you kind of lose that edge of being aggressive. That was an excellent move by Faya. Gets his own rebound. Rebound by Chandler.
Central needs to limit these shots that they're putting up. Yeah. That was a very much needed three-point shot for Central.
Yeah, that was a big-time basket.
Yeah, now the momentum, they get a little bit of momentum on their side. Good play.
The defense created that.
Yep.
We're going to get a chance for an and one.
Yes, they are. And Burke is just, and the Burke fans are struck. They just needed that one play that they all needed, and Central's come right back in this game.
So the Bulldogs still have 4 timeouts. I'd think about calling a timeout here, and that's what Coach Cobb's going to do. They were rattled there because it wasn't the 1-2-2 3-quarter court press that they were doing before. It was a straight-up man-to-man. You know, we're going to pick you up full court. We're just going to play tough defense, see what we can create there. So with the break in the action, we're going to take a little break and pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. It's now down to a 2-point game, Sam. A chance to make it to 1 here.
And just off. Free throws have not come easy for the Eagles tonight.
That's one of the things. How will Burke handle the pressure when you're not accustomed to being in this position all the time? That's that 2-man action over there with the 2 bigs. It's a nice putback by Tut.
The biggest win by Burke was a 63-37 over Bryan. O'Gal for 3, just off.
That's going to be over the back on Jimerson. One of the risks, shooting too many 3-pointers when you only have 1 big, is the rebounding situation. You've got essentially 2 bigs that play with a big man mentality for Burke with Faya and Tut, whereas I think you only have 1 guy. Now we've got Adams checking in. If Adams and Chandler were on the floor at the same time, you'd have that same situation.
No. What they're going to call foul.
We got a foul on Harmon there. All right, inbounded to Mitchell. Over to Abramo. He stepped on the out of bounds line, so it's going to go over to Central.
That line has been a problem for both.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that same spot.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, no, that's good.
And it must be pajama night tonight, Sam.
Yes.
For Burke.
Yeah, for Central it is a jersey night.
Jersey night.
Yeah, jersey night.
I think both student sections are well represented here.
Oh yes, very much so. Even if it might be a blowout, Central is and Burke travel very well.
Yeah, they do. One nice thing that's a big difference with football is climate's always much nicer in a gymnasium than outside.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good offensive rebound there for Central to give another opportunity.
That was good shot. Good shot.
And I think Kazan has definitely had the best, dribble drive action for Central tonight.
And there that line goes again.
I think this full court man-to-man has really rattled Burke as far as being able to make adjustments to it.
It's just amazing in basketball how little change can just be a big difference.
Post attempt there by Adams. I like that attempt.
Ooh,
I like when you got one-on-one in the post.
That's going to be blocked, but it's going to be center ball.
Going to stay with Central. Crowd's getting a little testy, Sam.
Oh yes, very much so. These are two schools that are very passionate about their sports.
Good strong move by Ramsey Adams. Going to shoot 2.
Key thing for right now for Central, make both. Get your free throws in. They're free. Forget about the crowd.
The first one comes up short. I think these are big free throws, like you said, Sam. I mean, both teams are probably in the 60% range. We don't have a statistician, but neither team has been.
I don't need, for Central, I don't even think in the 50 range.
So Tut with the rebound.
You got to make good on those free ones. If you have a free one, you got to make good. You got to make it.
All right, Sanders with the ball over to Mitchell. I assume both Mitchell players must be related on Burke. That's a big shot by a freshman. I mean, to understand time and score.
You do, especially with that. That's going to be a lot.
Because one of the things is that's kind of a thing that was always a big deal to me when I was coaching. That's a nice.
That's gonna. Ooh, I thought that.
I think they're going to be able to save it to Sanders. Bradley with the good aggressive too. I believe he's got a cramp. Oh, that hurts. I just had one of those the other night. Those are painful. Yeah, he's holding the leg like a cramp.
Central will take the time to see what they can do offensively.
But one of the things, alluding back to my coaching days, is if you're gonna shoot the perimeter shot, make sure you've got guys that are in position to rebound. Because just from the percentage standpoint on the high school level, I mean, three-pointers, you know, as a general team, can be between 33 at the most 40%, you know?
Unless you were Josh Jones.
Right, he was different, you know, when you've got a legitimate true scorer out there. But most, traditional teams, it's going to be like that. So why not coach to get multiple rebounders down low, so that you can have a position to put another shot up. When Mitchell, as a freshman, is coming up, putting that big shot up there, there's no one really in rebounding, because to me, that's a huge liability. All right, so back in the action. Sanders' cramp must have been worked out.
Ooh, that's a good.
All right, so Barron's and a gal checking the game.
Both who have done very exceptional tonight. Barron's, as a freshman coming into this type of environment, has done a great job.
It's a nice attempted shot there by Adams. You got to put those up.
And
this comes up short. You got to put those shots up. Those are high-quality shots.
Adams has missed a couple of times on the offensive board.
Yeah, I think one or two of those going down really would help his confidence level. I think he's got the game to play well. Magai. And Bradley's going to get the foul there. Nice hands by Magai. It's going to put him in the bonus. So it's going to be 1-1 the rest of the way.
Let's see if Central can make on these bonuses. If Central wants to win this game, you got to make these. Big one.
Yeah, that was a big bucket.
Yeah.
Big basket there.
Bring it down to 3.
So Central's going really small here. Basically 5 ball handlers on the floor.
2 big free throws.
So and one of the reasons why they're doing that, because they're going with this full court man-to-man.
And these guys are some fast guys out there. There's no doubt about it.
I think Burke has done well to handle that run by Central. Still holding on to a 2-point lead. I'll tell you what, Magai's been a spark.
Oh, yeah.
2 defensive plays there. Getting the pick and now a charge. He's put some life into this defense. And it's going to be Central's ball with 3:36 to go in the game. Not only that, but probably even bigger, that was Tutt's 5th foul.
Oh, yes.
So this is going to be really critical for Faya to play well for Burke. And I think this evens out the game as far as the bigs. You know, it's usually one big in for Central. Now we're going to have that situation here for Burke.
Yes. With Tutt gone, this could change the ball game.
All right, 3:33 to go in the game. Anybody's ball game at this point. Jimerson looking to drive. Nice move, comes up short. Mitchell with the rebound.
They're losing it, they lost it. There's gonna be I think that call could have gone either way, honestly.
Right.
I think
it's frustrating for the Burke fans. That certainly could have been a foul there.
Yeah. I think
Chance Hall.
That could have gone on anyway.
It's one of the hardest things as a coach is just getting your team to move on from something like that.
Good rebound.
Yeah, that was a great putback by Jimerson.
Good putback. Good recognition to know. And good putback.
This is a big-time position to have 2 freshmen out on the court now.
This is a big possession right here by Burke.
Freshman's got ice in his veins right there. Mitchell with a big basket.
He ain't scared. He ain't scared.
That was huge.
Yep. Harsman for 3. Just off the mark a bit.
All right, Faya with the rebound.
Jump ball. It's got to be a possession arrow goes to Burke.
It's got to go to Burke, but I can understand Coach Cobb's frustration with the refs. Those 2 could have been fouls.
Yes,
on each of those last 2 possessions.
Oh, very much.
Now you've lost the possession just in case you do have a tie-up.
And that is a big, and that later on, that might be a big thing going down this
Exactly.
game.
It was a good timeout by Coach because the young man, I don't think, recognized he was getting close to a 5-second call there. Man, Sam, this is an exciting game. 42-40. 2 minutes basically to go in the game. Anybody's ball game. We're going to take a little break, pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. So, Sam, what do you think? 2 minutes, what would you do if you're both teams?
For Central, the possession arrow's on their side, and with 2 minutes left in the game, that's a big deal, and Central needs to use that with advantage. Burke, they need to hold the lead. They don't let Central get momentum.
They got a pick there. Jimerson's been doing well in the open court, but he gets picked back. Back to the freshman. We've got deja vu. But he comes up short this time. That was the exact same play.
This is an exciting game, and I'm not even playing it.
Jimerson with the attempted shot. He comes up short. Sanders with the rebound.
If Lee Cobb wants a foul, it's going to be a foul on Christian Harmon, and he's grabbing that foot.
That's his 3rd personal. 1:33 to go in the game. Exciting 2-point game. That was unbelievable. We saw the exact same play.
I mean, nerves are high.
Yeah, he's got ice in his veins. I'll tell you what.
Everyone, I think, in this crowd does. I mean, they're going to call.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul. And they're still not in the bonus yet.
And that's always a good thing.
That's going to be the 4th foul on Chance Hall. So one more, they'll be in the 1-and-1.
It's gonna be Central ball.
It was a good strong move there by Bradley.
Now, if it gets down to the seconds, it's going to be interesting to see what the score will be and how Burke will react. and Central just easily picked up those 2 fouls.
So we got a foul on Jordan Flowers, being a bit too aggressive on defense. He's going to put Bradley to the line, shooting 1 and 1.
They're going to bring their big guys in.
So it goes without saying, but these are huge free throws right here for Bradley.
Now down to
cool under pressure.
Central crowd needs to make a little bit more noise.
I'd agree with that. They're not saying a whole lot over there. Solid free throws there by Jerron Bradley.
Good idea, let the ball roll.
4-point lead for Burke. Just under a minute and a half.
Oh, Barron's had a good shot. Good shot fake. Barron's had an open lane to the hoop there. I think he could have.
Just go ahead and take it.
Now I think Central's just unnecessarily fouling.
Right, you're not in a position where you should hit the panic button yet. You've got plenty of time. That's the 4th foul on Christian Harmon.
We've been treated to a good ball game.
Yes, we have. The energy's been really good in this second half. Sanders with the attempt. Didn't get the roll. A guy with the rebound. Barron's looking to push. Jimerson is going to dribble drive to the basket.
And one.
That's a big-time basket with his left hand.
Oh, yes, it is.
He's just going to keep taking it to the hole. I mean, he's been doing it all second half. Chance to get within 1 here.
I just don't think Burke has an answer for him.
Comes up short. That was a huge miss there. Yes. Bradley looking to push. He could go all the way.
Oh,
got a chance. Got to get back into play here.
That was a big.
Big time basket potential here for freshman. Comes up short. Mitchell with the rebound.
Now with Burke coach is just telling him to stay back. Cobb is just wanting them.
Here again, I think it's too soon to be.
You have a defense.
It's a 2-point game with 45 seconds to go. Just relax a little bit.
And Burke has been hitting their free throws. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, Burke doesn't have the offensive, their best offensive weapon for cutting the game. But I like the full court aggressive move by Bradley. I think he had to do that. He came up a little short, but that was the right move. If they're going to give you that open lane to continue to dribble drive all the way down the court, I would go for that as well. All right, we've got a break in the action. 44-42, Burke on top. Exciting ball game. We're going to pick it up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. Big free throws here, Sam, by Darnell Mitchell.
Coach, after this, how do you, after a timeout like this?
This is a 1-on-1, excuse me.
After a timeout like that with 44 seconds left, what are you telling your team?
The biggest thing is just to calm down. I mean, they're giving them 3 points at the line, and they've converted. The combination of Bradley and now Mitchell has made 4 points there within the last 2 minutes. Those are huge. It's a huge in a game like this. Jimerson's likely going to dribble drive.
That's a big miss. That's a big miss.
I mean, he's getting shots, but I think it's become kind of a one-man, game when you got your point guard dribble driving all the time. The other guys are standing around. They can't get discouraged. They've got to go in, attack the glass, because he's about 50% right now on these drives. They are high-quality shots getting close to the basket like that, but you've got to get your teammates to crash the boards.
There is 24 seconds left in the game.
Well, now they're in a little bit of a different situation where, do you foul to extend the game?
Because Central, when they get that ball back, they need to score. They need to score.
Because they are in the double bonus from this point forward. Mitchell with the second one is good. So we've got a 47-42 lead, 20 seconds to go in the game.
Good move by,
They need to put it up there. The guy with the attempted shot missed. Sanders with the rebound. This is a big win for Burke.
Oh, yes, it is. To knocking off a number 6 team like Central. With the win tonight, Burke will fall to 5-6, and Central will fall to 7-4.
7-5.
7-5.
Yeah, because they have the.
Oh yes.
You know, the state records doesn't show, but they, had that game up in Minnesota. They
most likely most likely Central will fall from number 6, and we'll see how far they will fall. It's always interesting with the press poll. We've been treated to a good game. No matter what, this is just a good game.
No question, and to Burke's credit, they were able to handle the pressure down the stretch, making the free throws. Free throws, like we talked about earlier in the game, very, very critical to this game overall. A rebound by Darnell Mitchell, and that's going to be it. Big win for Omaha Burke.
Big win. Knocking off the 6th team.
Yeah, we've got a final score of 49-42. Sam, your final thoughts?
Good win for Burke. Burke, their crowd came out. Everything was good. Their energy was up. Central, they need, for next game, they need to come out with more positivity. They're on a losing streak, but if they can come out, and their next matchup is at Omaha North, which is it's at Central, but it will be Omaha North, and that's going to be a bigger game.
That's going to be a good game. Yeah. North has a good team this year. They made it to the finals in the holiday tournament. I would agree, Sam. I think the thing that's resonating in my mind with Central is just some of their players need to just get a couple things going their way so they can gain some more confidence. I look at someone like Ramsey Adams, who's got a really great frame. He just needs to get a couple things going for him early in the game that's going to give him confidence, down the stretch. Free throws are, once again, one of those things to continue to work to improve, I think, for both teams, although I thought Burke did pretty well down the stretch. But overall, I thought they handled the end of the game with 3:33 to go in the game. That's when Tutt fouled out, and that's a very vulnerable point. It was only 2 to 4 point difference at that point.
To Burke's credit, they held on though. They were able to do a great job, and Burke is the rightful winner tonight.
I agree. So we've got some more exciting games coming up, with OPS schools. I know I'm definitely looking forward to, postseason action, in a couple months. But Sam, this has been a great experience with you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
All right, so on behalf of the CSN staff, we've got Sam Jr. from Omaha Central, and we've got TK running the main camera tonight. He always does a great job. Also Junior from Omaha Central. So on behalf of the CSN crew, I'm Coach Hunter.
I'm Sam.
And until next game, we'll see you later.